Hi guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to read 1 Kings 16 to 22, 2 Kings 1 to 2, Proverbs 14, and Psalm 49 is done. And the word of the Lord came to Jehu, son of Hanani, against Baasha, saying, Since I exalted you as a dust and made you leader over my people, since you walked in the way of Jeroboam, and made my people Israel to sin, provoke me to anger their sins. Behold, I will utterly sweep away Baasha and his house, and I'll make a house like the house of Jeroboam, son of Nebat, and anyone belonging to Baasha who dies in sea, the dog shall eat, and anyone who dies in the field, the birds of heaven shall eat. Now the rest of the acts of Baasha will read is not written in the book of Chronicles of Kings. And Baasha slept with his fathers and buried his house. And all the sun reigned in his place. Moreover, the word of the Lord came by the prophet Jun Family against Baasha and his house. And it's because of all the evil that he did, and the sight of the Lord everything to anger with the work of his hand, and being like the house of Jeroboam, and also because he did straighten 26 years as a king Judah. And although the son of Baasha began to reign over it and Tirzah, he reigned 2 years. His servants and the commander of house chairs conspired against him. When he was at Tirzah, drank himself drunk in the house of he was over the house of Tirzah. Zimri came and struck him down and killed him. In 27th year, as king Judah and reigned in his place, when he began to reign, soon he had seen himself no friend. He struck down all the house of Baasha. He did not reign a single day as well as his friends. Thus Zimri destroyed the house of Baasha, according to word of the Lord. Chase Smith Baasha by Jehu the prophet, full of sin of Baasha, the son of Jealous. I say sin which they made as a sin, provoking the Lord God Israel to anger without, and the rest of that act, and all the other not written in the book of Chronicles of Kings Israel. In Tirzah, the as a king Judah, Zimri reigned 7 days. In Tirzah, now the Chushan came to Gibbethon, which belonged to the Philistines. In Chushan came to this end, Zimri is conspired against killed the king. Therefore all Israel made Omri and commanded the army king of Israel that day in the king. So Omri went out from Gibbethon. Then all was out within the city's Tirzah, and when Zimri saw that the city was taken, he went to sit down at the king's house, and burned the king's house over with him fire and died. As it says, he committed doing evil in the sight of the Lord, walking the way of Jeroboam, and for sin, and she committed making his sin. That's tax Zimri and the conspiracy that he made. Are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of Kings Israel? Now the people of Israel were divided into 2 parts, half making for Timnah's son Jun after making king, and half followed Omri, but the people who followed Omri became king before Timnah's son Jun. Then Timnah died, and Omri became king. Omri became king in the 31st year as king Judah. Omri began to reign over it, and reigned for 12 years. He reigned in Tirzah. He bought the hill Samaria from Sheba for 2 tons of silver. He fortified the hill and called the name of the city that he built Samaria. After the name of Sheba, owned the hill. Omri did what was evil in the sight of the Lord. He did more evil than all who were before. He walked in all the ways and Jeroboam son of Nebat, and the sins that he basically reaching is at the same provoking the Lord God is out to anger by the hours. And there was acts of Omri that he did, and the might that he shot. They are not written in the book of the Chronicles of the Kings. And Omri slept with his father was buried in Samaria, and Ahab his son reigned in his place. In the 38th year, as the king of Judah, Ahab's son Omri began to reign over Israel, and Ahab's son Omri reigned over Israel in Samaria 22 years. And Ahab's son Omri did evil in the sight of the Lord, more than all who were before him. And as if it would be unlikely for him to walk in the sins of Jeroboam, son of Nebat, he took for his watchers about the daughter of Ethbaal, king of Sidonians, and went and served Baal and worshipped him. He erected an altar for Baal in the house of Baal, which he built Samaria. Ahab made Asher. Ahab did more to provoke the Lord, the God of Israel, to anger than all the kings of Israel before. In his days he Bethel built Jericho, and he laid his foundation the cost of Abraham his first one, and set up its gates the cost of his younger son Segub, according to word, which he spake to Joshua the son of Nun. Now Elijah the Tishbite of Tishbite and Gilead said to Ahab, as the Lord the God of Israel lives, before whom my sisters stand, there shall be neither dew nor rain these years, except by Moab. And the word of the Lord came to him, depart from here and turning so. And hide yourself by the brook Cherith, which is east of Jun. You shall drink from the brook, and I command the ravens to feed you there. So he went and did according to what he went and lived by the brook Cherith, which is east of Jun. And he was brought bread and meat in the morning, and bread and meat in the evening, and drank from the brook. After a little while, the brook dried up, because there was no rain. And the word of the Lord came to him, Alright, go to Zarephath, which belongs to Sidon and Dothan. Behold, I commanded the widow there to feed you. So he arose and went to Zarephath, and he came to the gate. And see, behold, a widow was there gathering sticks. He called to her and said, Bring me a little water and a vessel that I may drink. As she was going to bring, he called to her and said, Bring me also bread in your hand. And she said, As the Lord your God lives, I have nothing baked, only a handful of flour in a jar, and a little oil in a jug, and I am gathering a couple of sticks. I may go in and prepare for myself and my son, though he may eat it and die. And Elijah said to her, Don't fear, go and do as you say. First make me a little cake of it and bring it to me, and afterward make something for yourself and your son. And thus says the Lord God of Israel, the jar of flour shall not be spent, the jug of oil shall not be empty, until the days of the Lord's sons reign upon the earth. And she went and did as Elijah said, and she and her household ate for many days. The jar of flour was not spent, neither did a jug of oil become empty, according to the word of the Lord that he spake by Elijah. After this, on a woman, the mistress of the house, became ill, and his illness was so severe there was no breath left in her. And she said to Elijah, What have you got to name it? God, you come to me to bring my son to remember to cause the death of my son. He said to her, Give me a son. He took her from out and carried her into the upper chamber where he lodged, and laid his own bed, and he cried to the Lord, O Lord God, have you brought calamity upon the widow with whom I sojourn by killing her son? And he stretched himself upon the child 3 times, and cried to the Lord, O Lord my God, let this child's life come into me again. And the Lord listened to the voice of Elijah, and after the child came into again, he revived. And Elijah took the child and brought him down from the upper chamber into the house and delivered him to his mother. And Elijah said, See, your son lives. And the woman said to him, Now that you know that you are a man of God, and that the word of the Lord in your mouth is truth. After many days, the Lord came to Elijah in the third year, saying, Go, show yourself to Ahab, and rain upon the earth. Elijah went to show himself to Ahab. Now the time was severe in Syria. Ahab called Obadiah, who was over the household. And Ahab said to Obadiah, Go through the land, all its springs of water, and all the valleys. Perhaps we may find grass and save the horse and mills alive, and not lose some mountains. So they divided the land between them to pass through. And Ahab went in one direction by himself, and Obadiah went in another direction by himself. As Obadiah was in on the way, God Elijah met him, and Obadiah recognized him and fell on his face and said, Is it you, my Lord Elijah? Yes, it is I. Go, tell your Lord, behold, Elijah is here. He said, How have I sinned that you would give yourself to him, and you have to kill me? As the Lord your God lives, there is no nation or kingdom. No, my Lord is not sent to seek, and he is not here. Take an oath, you kingdom nation. And they had not found it, and he said, Go, tell your Lord, behold, Elijah is here. And since I got from the Spirit of the Lord, I know not where, and then when I come and tell you, and he cannot find him come with fire, though I serve and have feared the Lord from the youth. It has not been told my Lord what I do, and just look at the prophets of the Lord. Now I heard 100 men of the Lord's prophets by 50s, and fed them with bread and water. And they said, Go, tell your Lord, behold, Elijah is here, and he'll kill me. And Elijah said, As the Lord has lived before my son, and I will surely show myself to him today. So Obadiah went to meet Ahab and told him, and Ahab went to meet Elijah. And Ahab saw Elijah, and Ahab said to him, You troublemaker. And said, I have no troublemaker, but you have in your father's house. Because you have obeyed the commandments of the Lord and followed the vows, and therefore sent together with it to me Mount Carmel. And 450 prophets of Baal, and 400 prophets of Asherah, and Jezebel of Teal. So Ahab sent all the people and gathered the prophets together. And Mount Carmel, Elijah came near to all the people and said, How long will you go limping between two different opinions? And if the Lord's God fire, if Baal, then fire him. If the people don't answer him, will go. And Elijah said to people, even I am the left of prophet of the Lord. Baal's prophets are 450 men, and 2 bulls be given to us. Let them choose 1 bull from the sons of cut a piece and lay it on the wood, put no fire to it. And I pray the other bull and lay it on the wood and put no fire to it. And you call upon the name of God, call upon the name of the Lord, and the God is by fire, he is God. All he put in his prospect, Elijah said to prophets about choose yourselves the 1 bull and prepare it first. Be your meeting, call upon the name of your God, but put no fire to it. And you took the bull out to go and prayed and called upon the name of the Baal from morning until noon. Saying about answers, there's no voice, no answer. And they turned not to clear me. And then Elijah mocked them, saying, Cry like he is the guy. Either he is meeting or he is relieving himself. When he's on a journey, perhaps he is sleeping, must be awakened. The Christ cut themselves off, they cast the swords of knives till the blood gushed out upon them. His midday part they raved on until the time of the offering of the oblation, there was no voice. No one answered, no one paid attention. Elijah said to all who come near to me. And when people came near to him, he prayed the answer of the Lord, the evening through them. And each 12 stones, according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Jacob, to whom the word of the Lord came, saying, Angel shall be on you. The stones he built an altar in the name of the Lord. He made a trench about the altar, as great as wood contained 2 seats of sea. He had the wooden order and put the one piece and laid on the wood. He said, Fill 4 jars of water and put it on the barrel from the wood. He said, Do it a second time. They did a second time. He said, Do it a third time. And they did it a third time. The water ran in around the altar and filled the trench also with water. At the time of the offering of the oblation, Elijah the prophet came in and said, Lord, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let me know the state that you have gone into, and that I am your servant. I have done all these things to your word, and to me, lied to me. That his people may know that you are Lord our God, and you turn their hearts back. And if I will found consume the battle from the wood and stones and dust, and lift up the waters in the trench. And all the people saw it, they found their face and said, The Lord, he is God, yet the Lord, he is God. And Elijah said to them, Seize the prophet about them, and one of them escaped, and they seized them. Elijah brought them down to Bokish and slaughtered them there. And Elijah said to Ahab, Go up, eat and drink, for there is some rushing and bread. So Ahab went up to eat and drink, and Elijah went up to the top of Mount Carmel. He bowed himself down to the earth and put his face between his knees, and he said to his son, Go up now, look toward the sea. He went up and looked and said, There is nothing. He said, Go again 7 times. The 7th time he said, Behold, a little cloud like a man's hand is rising from the sea. He said, Go, say to Ahab, Prepare your chariot and go down lest the rain stop you. And in a little while the heavens grew dark with clouds, and there was a great rain. And Ahab went to Jezreel, and the hand blows in Elijah. And he gathered up his garment and ran before Ahab to enter to Jezreel. Ahab told Jezebel that Elijah did. And he killed all the prophets of son, and Jezebel's son rushed into Elijah. So I made the gods do so to me and more, as if I do make the life as the life of one of them by this time tomorrow. And he was afraid he rose and went for his life and came to Beersheba, which belongs to Judah, and left his servant there. He himself went on a day's journey to one, and came and sat down under a burning tree. And I said he might die, saying, It is enough for now, O Lord, take away my life, for I am no better than my fathers. And laid down and slept under a burning tree, and behold, an angel touched him and said to him, Rise and eat. He looked and drank and lay down again. The angel of the Lord came again a second time, and touched him and said, Rise and eat, for the journey is too great for you. He rose and ate and drank, and let in the strength of that food 40 days before the majesty hold up the mountain God. And he came to a cave and lodged in it, and behold, the word of the Lord came to him, and he said to him, What are you doing here, Elijah? He said, I have been very jealous of the Lord God, because the people is overtaken your covenant. Burn down your altars and killed your prophets and sword. Even I am named. They seek my life to take it away, and say, Go out and sin on the mount before the Lord, and behold, the Lord passed by, and the great and strong one toward the mountains, and breaking pieces of the rocks before the Lord. And if the Lord was not in the wind, after the wind and earthquake, the Lord was not in the earthquake, after earthquake the fire, the Lord was not in the fire, after the fire the sound of the locust, and Elijah heard a heat around his face in the cloak, and when I stood there, ancient king, there came a voice to him and said, What are you doing here? Like you said, I have been judged for the God of hosts, the people is out for singing cover. They had known the elder, and killed your prophets of the sword, and I, even I, only have left, and they seek my life to take it away. And the Lord said to him, Go, return your way to the wilderness of Damascus, and when you arrive, you shall not his heir to be king of Assyria. And Jehu son of Nimshi shall be known to be king of his own. Rasha son of Shaphat, and Mahal shall run to be prophet in your place, and the one who escapes from the sword, his heir shall Jehu put to death, and the one who escapes from the sword, Jehu shall Elisha put to death. Yet only 7,000 Israel, all of these that are not bound to bow, every mouth is not kissed. They departed from there and found Elisha son of Shaphat, and was plowing with 12 yoke oxen in front of him. He was with the 12, and Elijah passed by him and cast his cloak on him. He left the oxen and ran after Elijah and said, Let me kiss my father and my mother, and then I'll follow you. He said to him, Go back again, for what have I done to you? And then he returned from following him to the gate of oxen, and sacrificed and brought their flesh to the yoke oxen, and gave it to the people, and they ate. Then they arose and went after Elijah and said to him, Ben-Hadad king of Syria gathered all his army together. The 2 kings were within horse and chariot, and one of them close to him. Therefore against the sent messengers and C.Jun king of Syria, and said to him, Thus says Ben-Hadad, you servant God among your best wives. Then Jun Family, the king of Syria, says, You sent our Lord, O king of England. And all they have, the messengers came again, said, Thus said Ben-Hadad, sent you, say, Judge me, servant your God, your wives and your children, and bless us and my servants to you tomorrow about this time. This is what your house and house of these servants, and they hear the word of praise and take it away. And the king is called all down to the land, saying, Look now and see how this man takes trouble sent to me from my wives and my child, and for myself and my God, and I refuse him. And all the else and all the people said to him, Do not listen, because he said to the messengers, Ben-Hadad, Tell all my Lord, can all that you first about maybe so now do, but this thing I cannot do. The messengers departed, and brought him word again. Ben-Hadad sent to him and said, The gods do say to me, He does to make shots of flies for handfuls of the people follow me. And the king answered to say answered, Tell him, let not him shops of valor, best yourself as he takes up. And then Ben-Hadad had this message of drink with the kings of the boost. He said to his men, Take it, and obtain any positions against the sea. And behold, a prophet king Ahab king answered, said, Thus says the Lord, You see this great multitude, behold, I will give it to your hand this day. You shall know that I am the Lord. Ahab said by him. He said, Thus says the Lord, I sent to the governors of the district. And he said, Who shall begin the battle? He answered, You. And you must have sent to the governors in the districts, and there were 230. You must all the governors, and he sent to the governors in the districts, and there were 232. And after them, he must all the people also 7,000. And he went out, and Abel Ben-Hadad was drinking himself drunk in the booth. He and the 2 kings helped him. They sent to the governors. And the districts went out first, and Ben-Hadad sent out to scatter the report to him, Men are coming up from the smoke. He said, If they have come up for peace, take them life. If they have come up for war, take them life. So these went out to sea, sent to the governors of the districts, and allowed their father. He struck down his men, and the Syrians fled, and he struck a sea. Ben-Hadad king of Syria escaped on horsemen. The king of one town struck the horses and chariots, and then struck the Syrians with a great blow. And the prophet came near to the king and said to him, Come, strengthen yourself. This is well what we have to do. In the spring of the king of Syria will come against him. So the king of Syria said to him, And God took God to the hills, and so they are strong memory. Let's fight against them in the plain. Surely we shall be strong memory. And the Israel made the kings, Israel's host, and put commanders in their places. They must not only like the army that you lost, horse for horse, and chariot for chariot. And we will fight against them in the plain, and surely we shall be strong memory. And listen to their voice and said, In the spring Ben-Hadad must the Syrians have up to Aphek to fight against the Israel. The people of Israel must have provision and went against them. The people of Israel encamped for them like 2 little flocks of goats, and the Syrians were the country. And then God came near and came to the king and said to the king, Thus says the Lord, because the Syrians said, The Lord is a God of the hills, we use no God of lies. Therefore I'll give all the scream multitude and share him, and shall know that I am the Lord. And he camped opposite one another 7 days, and the 17th battle was strong. The people of Israel struck down the Syrians 100,000 foot soldiers in one day. The most went to sea at Aphek, and the wall fell upon 27,000 who were left. And Hadad set fire entered in the chamber in the sea. And his servant said to him, Behold, now we've had the king's house as a lots of kings. Let's put sackcloth around our waist, and lift our heads, go out to the king Ezra. Perhaps he will spare your life. And so he tied sackcloth around their waist, and roasted their heads into King Ezra, saying, Your servant Hadad says, Please let me live. He said, Does he still live? He's my brother. Now we're watching for us. And then he said, Go and bring him. And Ben-Hadad came out and called him to come to check. And Ben-Hadad said to him, The seas of your fathers to your father are restored. And you may start to resolve yourself in Damascus, and harm did Samaria. And Ahab said, I'll let you go on these times. And you may come and go within the moon, and Saturday and sons of prophets said to his father, Command the Lord, strike me, please, and there refused to strike me. He said to him, Because you did not obey the voice of the Lord. As soon as you, behold, as soon as you have gone from me and lying there, it shall strike you down. As soon as you depart from me lying there, and strike you down. If I had done this, strike me face, and then struck me on his. The prophet departed, and waited for the king by night, discussed the bench over his eyes. And the king passed, he cried to the king, and said, Your servant went out and to Mr. Mountain, behold, the soldier turned, and then brought a man to him, and he said, God, this man, who he means is missing, his life shall be for his life. And also shall pay talents, so we shall So as I also was hearing that he was gone, the king is a sentence which should judge of the software design. They had to take the bench away from his the king is organized in one. What's this law? Because you like animate who went away to destruction. If your life shall be for his life, and people for his people. And the king is someone to his mates and son, and came to Samaria. And now was the Jezreel, I had a vineyard in Jezreel. Beside the palace, Ahab king of Samaria. Offers Ahab said to Naboth, give me a vineyard, that I may have it for a vegetable garden. So his name has. And I will give you a better vineyard, for if it seems good to you, I'll give you as well anyway. And Naboth said to Ahab, the Lord forbid that I should give you the inheritance of my fathers. Ahab went to his house mates and son, because of what Naboth the Jezreelite said to him. He said, I will not give you the inheritance of my father. He lay down his bench and on his face when he eat every. And Jezebel's wife came to him and said to him, why is the spirit so vexed that you eat every? And he said, because I spoke to Naboth the Jezreelite, and said to him, give me a vineyard for money, and I'll say for pity. And I'll give you another vineyard for 8 years. I'll not give you a vineyard. And Jezebel's wife said to him, do you not go with this, or rise and eat bread? And let your heart be cheerful, I'll give you the vineyard Naboth the Jezreelite. So she wrote those names, and sealed them with the seal. She sent the letters to those and those who lived with Naboth in the city. She read them those, prepared fast, sent Naboth at the head. The people said, two worthless men opposite him, with a charge against him. You curse God, and the king taken out of Jack and Nancy. Thousands of these who lived in the city did a judgment sent water. As the royal was, she sent to make them the fast, sent Naboth at the head of the people. And two worthless men came and sat opposite him. And worthless men brought charges against Naboth and cursed the people, saying, Naboth cursed God, and the king of the city took him outside the city. And he sent him to death with stones, and sent to Jezebel, saying, Naboth has been slain against him. So as Jezebel had the Naboth had been slain, was dead. Jezebel said to Ahab, rise, take possession of him. And Naboth had Jezreel, she refused to give him, for Naboth did not want to keep dead. And as soon as Ahab heard that Naboth was dead, Ahab rose to go down to the vineyard, and Naboth the Jezreel to take possession of it. When the word of the Lord came to Elijah Tishbite, saying, rise, go down to me, Ahab, king of Israel. And his sons may behold, it is in the vineyard of Naboth. When he is gone to take possession, so he shall say to him, thus says the Lord, have you killed no to take possession? And he shall say to him, thus says the Lord, and the place where dogs lift up the bone, that which the dogs lick the ankle. And Ahab said to Elijah, have you found me in my enemy? Yes, I found you, because you sold yourself to do with you inside the law. And they hard, I'll bring stars to hide, I'll live on you, who cut from me, every man upon the free Israel. And I'll make a house like the house of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, like the house of Baasha, the son of Hela, for the anger to which you correct me. Because he made Israel the sin of Jezebel, the Lord has said, the dog shall eat Jezebel with the movie of Jezebel, and not go on the day, and it dies in sea, the dog shall eat. And Ahab dies like the country, the bed of the hand shall eat. And Ahab had these words, he told his clothes, and sackcloth, fashion fast, and they sackcloth, and went about dejectedly. But the Lord came to Elijah Tishbite, saying, have you seen how Ahab has humbled himself? Because he's humbled himself from holding me, I'll bring stars to his days, but his son's days I'll bring stars upon his head. And 3 years days I'll continue without war. And the 3rd year Jehoshaphat king of Judah came down to King Israel, and the king of Israel said to him, do you know the land that belongs to us? We keep quiet and don't take care of the hand of the king of Syria. He said to Jehoshaphat, will you go with me to battle Ramoth Gilead? And Jehoshaphat said to King Israel, I am as you are, my people your people, my horses your horses. And Jehoshaphat said to King Israel, inquire first of the word of the Lord. And then the king gathered the prophets together, about 400, and then to shall we go up to Ramoth Gilead, or shall I refrain? They said, go out for the Lord, given to him the king. And Jehoshaphat said, is there not here another prophet of the Lord, who may inquire? And the king of Israel said to Jehoshaphat, there is yet one man of whom we may inquire of the Lord. No, I can't hear the son of in law, but I hear if we never prophecies good concerning me. Evil, and Jehoshaphat said, let the king say so. And the king is a summoned officer, and said, and then quickly my king son in law. Now the king is in Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, was seen under their rose. Their threads arrayed in their rose. At the shore entrance he gives to me. And all the prophets were prophesying for him. And Zedekiah's son Shemaiah made for himself horns of iron, and said, thus is the Lord, but these shall push the Syrians until they destroy. Prophets prophesied in Syria, and said, go out to Ramoth Gilead and try for the Lord, given to him the king. Next year, when the son of my king said to him, behold, the word of the Lord called favorable to the king. May your word be like the word of one that speak favorably. And my king says, the Lord is with the Lord, said to him, now I'll speak. He come to the king said to in my case, shall we go up to Ramoth Gilead to go? And I'll show you refrain. He answered him, go up and try for the Lord, given to him the king. And the Lord king said to him, how many times shall I make swear that you speak to me nothing but the truth and the law? He said, I saw always just go on the mountains, sheep they have no shepherd. And the Lord said, these are no master, that you should return to his hand in peace. And the king said to Jehoshaphat, do I not hurt you, not prophesy good, concerning me be evil. My case said, therefore hear the word of life. So the Lord said unto me, all the host hand saying beside him was right hand on his left. And the Lord said, who entice Ahab that he may go up and fall around Gilead? And I said one thing, and another said another. And the Spirit came forward and stood before the Lord, saying, I will entice him. And the Lord said to him, by what means? And he said, God will be relying spirit in the mouth of Lord's prophets. And he said, you are to entice, and he shall succeed. Go out and do so. Then therefore, behold, the Lord put relying spirit in the mouth of all these your prophets. And the Lord declared to us for you. And Zedekiah son Shemaiah, and the king of Judah, my king, the chief, said, how did the Spirit of the Lord go from me to safety? And my king said, I shall see on the day when you go into your engine and hide yourself. yourself. And the king said to King Israel said, seize my king, take him back to Aim, and the governor said to Joshua King's son. And they said, thus is the king, put the throne, prison, feed him meager rations of bread and water. Try to come peace, and my case, if you return peace, the Lord's not speak about me. He said, hear you people. So the king Israel and Joshua and the king of Judah went to wrath together. The king Israel said to Joshua, now disguise myself and go into battle, you warriors. The king Israel disguised and went on to battle, and the king said, king I tell you two captains of the chariot, fight with me a small and great without the king Israel. And the captains of the chariot saw Joshua, and they said, it is surely the king, so they turned to fight against them. Joshua cried out, and the captains of chariots, surely was not the king. He turned back from pursuing, but so many Jews ran and struck the king between the scale and the breastplate. If he said to drive the chariot, turn on and carry me out of the battle, and the battle continued that day. Then the king was looked at his chariot and since until evening he died. And the blood of the wound flowed into bottom of the chariot. That since a cry went through the army, every man to sea, every man to his country. So the king died was brought to Samaria, and they buried the king in Samaria, and they washed the chariot. And by the pool in Samaria, and God looked up his blood, and the prostitutes washed themselves in it. The Lord toward the Lord, he spake another of stacks, Ahab and all they did, no, the ivory house they built, and all season they built, I will not in the book of the Chronicles of the Kings of Israel. So he has set the falls, and the hastiest summer in his place, Joshua the son of Asa began 20 of June, 4th year of Ahab the king of Israel. And Joshua was 35 years old. And he began 25 years in Jerusalem, one of them was to see with the door show him. He walked no way in Asa's father, he did not turn aside from doing the Lord's way in the side law. Yet the high place is not taken away, he used to sacrifice made offerings on the high place. Joshua has made peace with the king of Israel. That's the acts of Joshua, all the mighty. And how he war down, they know them, in the book of the Chronicles of the King of Judah. And from the land they exterminated the remnant of the Malcolm prostitute remained in David's father Asa. And the king and the deputy of the king Joshua made ships of to go to a fearful God, they not go for the ships are wrecked as in go. His son Ahab and Joshua, my son's going to the son of the ship. Joshua was not born, and Jehoash, my son, his father was buried with his father and seed of his father. Jehoram, his son, reigned in his place, and his son Ahab began to reign over Israel, and Samaria, and Zatu, the Joshua, king of Israel. King Jun, and reigned 2 years over Israel. Deal what knows even the way of the Lord, and the way of his father, and the way of his mother, and the way of Jeroboam, son of Nebat. He made Israel to sin. He made serve Baal worship and broke the Lord to go to Israel, taking every way his father died. 2 kings wanted to. After the death of Ahab, Moab rebelled against Israel. Now Ahab fell through the license opportunity of Samaria, and they said, send messengers telling them, go inquire about Zabot, the god of Ekron, whether I shall recover from these secrets. The angel of the Lord said to Elijah, Tishbite, and I've got to meet them, I still king Samaria, and said to him, it's because there's no god in Israel, that you are going to inquire about Zabot, the god of Ekron. Therefore thus says the Lord, you shall not come down to the bed to which you come up, you shall surely die. So Elijah went. And Messengers returned to the king and said to him, why have you returned? And said to him, the king went to me, and he said to us, go back to the king, and you sent me, said to him, and it touches the Lord, you say because there is no God, and you send him to inquire about some of the God of Ekron. Therefore he shall not come down from the bed which you have gone up, she shall surely die. He said to him, what kind of man came to you and told you about these things? And he said, you walk on with her. And heard about all the living at this place, and he said, it's Elijah the Tishbite. And the king said to him, captain of 50 men with 50. And to Elijah, sitting on top of him, and said to him, man of God, the king says, come down. And Elijah answered the captain of 50, and man of God, let fire come down from him, because you knew 50. And fire came down from heaven, and he consumed him with 50. Again the king said to another captain of 50 men with 50. And he said to him, man of God, this the king's going to come down quickly. And Elijah answered, if I have man of God, let fire come down from heaven, consume you with 50. And if fire of God came down from heaven, consumed him with 50. Then the king sent the captain of the third 50 with his 50. And the third captain of 50 went on the king of Pharaoh's knees. Before Elijah entreated him, and man of God, please let my life and the life of these 57 years. He brushed me aside before fire came down from heaven, consumed the 2 fallen captains of 50 men with their 50. And I will in my life be brushed him aside. And into the Lord said to Elijah, go down with them, don't be afraid. And so he went down with him to the king. And said to him, thus says the Lord, as you sent messengers to inquire about Zabot, the god of Ekron, because there is no God to inquire this way. Therefore shall come down from the bed to which you shall surely die. He died according to what the Lord Elijah spake, and Jehoram became king of Israel, and secondly Jehoram's son Joshua, king of Judah, because its Ahaziah had no son. First acts as Ahaziah they did, other not in the book of Chronicles of the king of Israel. The Lord was about to take Elijah up to him by a well, and Elijah and Elisha were on their way from Gilgal. And Elijah said to Elisha, please stay here, for the Lord sent me as far as Bethel. Elisha says, the Lord lives, and as you yourself live, I will not leave you. So he went down to Bethel, and the sons of prophets who were in Bethel came out to Elisha and said to him, do you know that for today the Lord take me and must remember you? He said, yes, I know, but keep quiet. And I just said to him, Elisha, please stay here, for the Lord sent me to Jericho. And he says, the Lord lives, you yourself live, I will not leave you. So he came to Jericho, sons of prophets who were at Jericho, to Elisha and said to him, do you know that today the Lord take away your master from you? And he said, yes, I know, keep quiet. And Elijah said to him, you stay here, for the Lord sent me to Jun. He says, the Lord lives, you yourself live, I will not leave you. So 2 of them went on, 15 of the sons of prophets also went into exile. Stood at some distance from him, both were standing by the door. And Elijah took his cloak and rod and struck the water. The water parted to one side and to the other, till two of them could go one way. When they crossed, Elijah said to Elisha, ask what I shall do for you before I take it from you. Elisha said, please let there be a double portion of spirit on me, and say, we have lost a heart in you. If you see him as I have been taken from you, it shall be so for you. If you do not see me, it shall not be so. As he still went on, the whole chariot to find a horse, to find separated two of them. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven, and Elisha saw him cry, my father, the chariot is there, and horsemen, he saw him no more. And he took hold of his own clothes, tore them in two pieces, and took them up the cloak of Elijah, and forth from them went back. And swinging by the door, he took the cloak of Elijah and forth from the struck the water, saying, where's the Lord, the God of Elijah? And he struck the water, the waters parted to one side to the other. And Elisha went over them, and sons of the prophet of Jericho saw him opposite them. And he said, Spirit of Elijah, rest on Elisha. And he came to me and bowed to the ground before him, and said to him, behold, now there with his servants 50 strong men. And he said, then go seek him also. Maybe the Spirit of the Lord has called him out there. Cast him upon some mountain and some valley. He said, you should not send. They urged him till he was saying, he said, send. He sent therefore 50 men, and for 3 days they brought him. The sorcerers did not find him. They came back to him while he was staying at Jericho and said, did I not say to you, do not go? Now the men of the sea said to Elisha, behold, the situation of the sea is pleasant. As man, but what sees the water is back. And the lands of the fifth, he said, bring me a bump and salt. So he brought it to him. And they went to spend the woman through salt and they said, thus is the life of this world. And now on me the death of miscarriage shall come from it. So the word being heard of to this, according to what Elisha said. And from there to Bethlehem was going by some small boys came out seeing Jacob and saying, go up, people over there, go up, people over there. And he turned around and saw them. Cast down near the boys, and 2 she-bears came up out of the woods and told 42 of the boys. And there he went up to Mount Carmel, and from there he returned to Samaria. Proverbs 12:14. And why someone God's house for the father of the owner says down, whoever walks not right to face the he is thieves his ways despise them. From the Lord comes the rough words back of the source of the way and ox and just clean. And abundant crops come out to the ox before the sun is alive, false from the space of life. And scoff seeks wisdom, and knowledge to each one now and the question for 18 of the words and off the person who plays the sense right, the price falls to see, but it's not going to go over another who jokes accepting harmless and bitterness and mission shares through. That's the cool who we destroy the 10 hour flash. And it is since right to a man, and it's the way to know. And even the laughter harmony and the end of the journey of grief. The next time the heart will be filled with food, right? And good men will be filled with food. Evil will is everything, and it's food, it's logic, it's one who is cautious and tends away from evil. The fool's back is the chaos, and then it could turn back to flourishing. No evil devices here. Simple and hurtful, and clear and crown of knowledge. Evil bow down before you. The wicked is at the gates of the righteous. The poor is dislikely and bad man, the rich is many friends. And despises me, but sin, and blessed is he who shows to the poor. Do not go astray, divided. And this divides good me, steps love and faithfulness, and all to others, brother, may talk hands in the public. Grant the wise is their wealth, follow fools brings for their truthful and safe life. When they breach our lives, deceitful. If we did Lord, one strong confidence, two will have a refuge, one fear of life and life. One maternal from sin's death, the most true people who go without people can swear. Whoever such anchors be understanding, who has crazy tempers lost fly. The tranquil heart gives life to the flesh, and the envy makes the branch. Whoever replies to poor man starts making. He is generous to lean on sin, Luke is overthrow and through the evil. The righteous finds refuge in his death, most almost the heart of a man loves the enemy, suffering and against the fools. The righteous and those things of the nation, sin is very precious and evil. His end is wise and his clean spirit, and the false one is action. Psalm 49. Here the soul peoples give ear inhabitants of the world. The earth low and high, which go together, and I shall speak wisdom, and meditation of my heart. Help me understand. I will incline my ear to a proverb, also my riddle to the music of life. Why should I fear in times of trouble, and iniquity that cheat me surrounds me? Those who trust in the breath and boast of the abundance of their riches. Surely no man can waste on another good to God the person's life. When the ransom of their life is costly, it can never suffice. He should live forever and never see the pit. Now he sees that even the wise die, the poor and stupid life must perish, and leave their wealth to other than their grace in their hands forever. They don't praise to all generation, though they are called lands by their names. Men as whole shall will not remain. They like the beast their precious, his path goes the foolish confidence. Often people prove their boast. Like sheep they are born for short, death shall be the shepherd. And the other shall go over in the morning, therefore shall I consume the shell. With no person at all, go away to myself from the palace shall. You receive it, be not afraid when a man becomes rich, the glory of the house increases. When he dies, he'll carry nothing away. When he is grow, not go down after him. Though while you live, you can't some person, though you get praise when you do well for yourself. And so go to generations well, so you'll never again see my man's part will be without understanding, it's like the beast that perish. Now shall I should not do this, but I could perhaps find my happy and the calm would done if this had. Return day, God forgives this, doing our debt to his own night. There's not a section of the sea wife, he's a king and pound of grief has long, I see tomorrow. Bye.